site. I'm waiting for some cable and it's raining, so I got a quick moment to make a video dealing with the usual spiritual attacks and my spiritual attacks, entities trying to attach to me, trying to bring me into my old patterns always coming up, gang stalkers, all kinds of things going on. Right, quick update. That was the quick update. Now, Narc Tales part 1. I don't know how many parts it's going to be because this is happening right now. Okay, so people who used to say know me, I used to have a dog, right? And I used to like my clothes, so I dressed a certain style. So I used to walk around with my dog, took my dog on walks, take myself to go and buy myself a nice flat white coffee. And when I'd be around town, people, random strangers would come up to me to be like, "Oh, really like your style, like your dog, like the way you look. Can I take your photo?" And I used to say, "Yeah, one, I don't know, it's just a photo." And I used to do this all the time, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's just for a style blog, it's for this blog, it's for that blog." Mind you, I used to actually do a little bit of modeling before. So after a while, if this kept happening, I was like, you know what? Let me just stop. I'm not doing no more allowing random strangers to take my photo. And this, I stopped for maybe 4 years. I didn't let anyone take my photo. They kept asking random people come up to me, "Oh, I'm just a photographer, can I take photos?" I said, no, I don't want no photos. Even the fact that I used to be in music and people used to come up to me and be like, "No, I don't want no photos." Now, people take my photo when I'm playing live or whatever, doing a DJing. So then I was in the supermarket recently and I walked past this guy and his face looked quite friendly. He smiled at me. He seemed to have friendly eyes, face. He smiled at me. Walked past him a second time, smiled at me again. So he now gathered courage to come up to me. He approached me. He's like, "Look, I'm an artist. I really like the way you look. I wanna draw your picture. Would you mind me take a photo?" My first thing was like, "No, I don't want no photos." I just told the guy straight. And after a while, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I'm always saying no. Let me start saying yes a little bit, change it up, maybe change my routine. Let me say yes. I was like, "Oh, whatever. Take the photo, man. Go and draw. Send me the drawing." So this guy takes my drawing. No, he takes my photo for a drawing that he's supposed to produce. So we swap Instagram. So it's like, "Oh, when it's ready, I'm going to Instagram you. I'll post it and tag you in the photo." I went onto his Instagram and there were pictures of him that he had drawn people on the Instagram. So now I go to the park next to the shops and I was skating around and I was wearing, this is what PPE, personal protective equipment. It's just bright clothing because we're on site outside, so people can see us in the daytime and in the dark. And I was skating around also with the trousers as well. It's bright orange. So I was skating around wearing these clothing, and he was walking through the park, and he came up to me. He was like, "Oh, you look really cool skating around. I like the way you look really cool." And I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." Just didn't think of anything of it. A week or two's passed. As I would bump into him in the shops, I say hello to him, but he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I haven't really started the drawing yet. I've taken a break. I'm gonna go back to it." And I was like, "Yeah, me too. I've taken a break from some of my creative endeavors. I used to make music." "Oh, what's your music name?" And I don't know why, because every time I tell people what my music producer name is, it always goes south. It always brings some hate, because I was revered in my field and people enjoy my music, and there are some articles people, magazines writing about my music, and there's people who like my style of music, that niche, whatever. So a couple of weeks passed, I got a message from this guy, DM in Instagram. "Oh, I just wanted to say, I wanted to ask you if you wanted to go out for a drink." Now, this guy does not know me from Adam. He first started off saying he wanted to get my my image picture so he could draw me. Now he's asking me on a date. This is a man, yeah? I'm not gay, I'm not homosexual. I just said to him straight, "Look, I'm not looking to go to no drink with you. I don't know you. No, I'm better on my own. I'm not looking for nothing." He responded, "Oh, thank you for being honest. I really appreciate that you responded. Usually people just ignore, blah, blah, blah." I thought this was the end of the story. Another week passed. This man goes, he buys a pair of skates, yeah? He's in the park that he saw me at now skating. So now I'm in the park skating around. This man is now in the park looking so haphazard, trying to skate. I'm like, you know, maybe it's nothing. Maybe I just like, I inspired him or something that he wants to join to skate. That's, you know, that's cool. You know, people can see someone skating and think, oh, that looks fun, because it is fun, and they want to join. So, you know, no big deal. I still say hello, blah, blah, blah. Give it like 1 or 2 weeks. He now comes to the park and he has this boyfriend, a black guy. So he has a boyfriend that's black, which is whatever. This is a Caucasian, a white guy. And after some time of his boyfriend, me seeing him and his boyfriend, I started thinking like, hold on a minute, is this guy trying to make me jealous? Now, I'm not a homosexual. I don't know him. I don't fancy him. I'm not into this. I don't know what's going on. But there's a man there who, every time I see him and there's another guy there, he's like all falling over this other guy, trying to show me something that's going on, that he doesn't need me. He's got a boyfriend and he's black and he's better than whatever. So I'm like, oh, whatever. So then in this massive skate park, we sit, I usually in a group of people, which I'm trying to cut this down anyway. And we sit in a certain area. So he started sitting close to the group that I tend to hang out with, sitting close to us. And after like a few days, a few weeks, he started to like make friends with my group. So making friends with other people that I hang out with, people that I talk to regularly, people that I'm around, people that I usually skate with. And when I'm not there, he started to even somebody in my group came up to me and goes, oh, that guy, he seems like he's infatuated with you, blah, blah, blah. He started to take lessons with one of the girls that's in the group that I'm with, or buying them drinks and just hanging out with them and just like being cool with them. Okay, so I thought this was a bit strange. So what I started to do, I started to pull back. So every time I seen him, I just tried to avoid eye contact with him. So I've just been avoiding this man. But what I wanted to say, this is still the happening at the moment. So this is why I wanted to put the story here, because I don't know this guy from this guy must be a narcissistic sociopath, because narcissistic sociopaths, they don't have any like self-image, and what they try to do, because I've had this in the dysfunctional peer friend group, is that they see something about you that they might like a part of your personality. And the thing about skating, it's not that I'm saying, oh, only I can skate, but the type of person that I am, I'm very much a movement, rhythmic kind of based kind of person. So, you know, that pastime would appeal to me. You listen to your music, you get into your own headspace, you sort of go with the flow, you can create shapes, you can create rhythms, you can create moves. So that's why I enjoy it. Next thing I know, this man is there trying to learn. He's now getting his boyfriend to learn. He's infiltrated my friend group. So now I've started to remove myself from that friend group. So I've been going there and I've been sitting by myself, doing stuff by myself, and I'm trying to like pull back my energy from that friend group. But yeah, these narcissists, they have no self-image. So what they do, they mirror us, they sort of copy us, make us think they like us, but they're not like us. They take parts of our personality and make it their own. They sort of they basically want to steal our identity, and they want a destiny swap. Like in my narcissistic dysfunctional friend group that I was in, there was a guy who I was doing music with, and his music, he used to do music as well. And even though he was doing music before me, his music started sort of morphing into my style. Like there were certain elements of my music, and be it, you know, I was doing some sort of creative and interesting things, and he actually inspired me as well at the beginning when I started. But then I found my own lane. So I was doing my own sort of style, and then his style started morphing into my style, or there was elements of his style that sounded like what I was doing. So it's like what they do is like they mimic us. Like the mask that they have, they sort of start copying the person that they, what's that word? Like they have us like as a target or something. They sort of target us, and they start taking parts of our personality and make it their own. But it's not real, and it won't last. Like I'm trying to see how long he's gonna keep coming skating, or he's gonna, because he really likes it like I do. But yeah, I wanted to share that because we have to remember that narcs mainly, they're quite empty. They're like a black hole. They keep feeding this black hole and there's nothing there. So when they're pouring water in, it's like a bucket of water. It just goes straight through. They're not real people. They don't have a soul. They've sold their soul. They don't have any like sense of their own identity. Like I've got like how I grew up, my identity, even with some of my family, or like where I grew up, nature and nurture, the sort of council estates, the sort of culture, the way I dress, the way I walk, the music I listen to. It's all based on like how I grew up, like, you know, in a council estate with like not much money, but because of that, it made us more creative. Even like when I was making stuff, it was always made in a DIY way because I didn't have much money, and it's kind of spilt into everything I do. Yeah, they idolize, that's the word I was trying to think. They idolize us, so they kind of put us up on a pedestal. But in the films that where this happens, the character who is me, they end up getting, usually they get unalived. So that's what I thought was interesting. Like I just had to pull myself back from this man because my intuition is telling me that it's not done with good intentions. And it's very sad that the people that he's trying to make friends with, that I thought were with me, I know for a fact they're not with me, because I've told some of them this story, and even though I've told them this story, they've still ignored what I've said, ignored my feelings, and have been making friends with this person. So it tells me who they are. But yeah, I'll probably make a part 2 to update of what happens. But what I'm hoping is he disappears over time, or, you know, maybe I don't want to have to, but if I have to go somewhere different, I will. But I just want to make this video because I know how to move, and I'm very much aware of these destiny swappers. They're out here. They want to take our place. They can't. They want to go against Most High's spirit in us. They can't. They will never win. And yeah, I want to share that story with you. Hope everyone's doing well. Peace.